Hi, my name is Austin Farrell, and thanks for joining me for another recording about teaching with AI, practical guidance for real classrooms. In our last video, we discussed prompt engineering. Now we're going to focus on some advanced AI applications that I think educators who have been using AI for a bit should look into. So I would consider these to be the next step in improving your usage of AI. So if you've been using it regularly now and, implementing it with some of your curriculum design or your instructional practice, I think using these advanced AI applications are your next step. They're very helpful, they're very personalized, and they can save a lot of time. The first of these AI applications I want to talk about is creating custom chatbots. So custom chatbots are like normal chatbots, except you give them a set of parameters and instructions which stay with the chatbot. So that's the key. If you were to ask a student, multiple students in your class to use ChatGPT or some other AI platform, you would have to direct them on what prompts they need to feed that chatbot. So for example, if students were getting feedback on an essay, they could all submit their essay to ChatGPT, but they would receive different feedback because ChatGPT would not have any parameters for what consistent feedback should look like and how its feedback should be structured. So that means every student would have to take a prompt and put it into ChatGPT to instruct it on how to provide feedback, and then they can upload their essay. Now that can work. However, a custom chatbot is more effective because you can create a custom chatbot for providing student feedback, and it's as simple as giving that chatbot all the instructions for the rubric, how to structure feedback. Essentially, you're using a lot of the prompt engineering frameworks that we talked about in the previous video, and you are telling it what is the context for its response, what voice and tone should it use in providing that feedback. And once you create this custom chatbot and really instruct it on how to give feedback, students can go into whatever AI platform you made the custom chatbot on, and it can use it. So essentially, the student doesn't have to give it all of this context before the student submits their essay for review. Instead, they can just submit their essay for review, and we know the parameters that the chatbot is using to evaluate and provide and structure its feedback to the student. So this can save, again, a lot of time. And these custom chatbots, again, can be accessed on the platform you made them on. So if you make it on Magic School, which is a really good platform for creating custom chatbots, students can access a student room, a student classroom, essentially. And in that classroom, they can access this specific custom chatbot that you made. So it makes it really easy to find and very easy to use. You can also make custom chatbots on ChatGPT called custom GPTs, and these can also be used in the same way. Now, I'm not going to go into all the logistics for when you make the chatbot, how do you get students to access it, and how do you make chatbots on different platforms. There are videos out there to see how to make custom chatbots on different platforms. I would say for making student-facing chatbots, Magic School AI seems to be a really good AI platform for doing that because of their ability to have those student rooms that students can then access to easily find the custom chatbot that you made for whatever purpose. And again, just kind of talking about some more purposes for custom chatbots. So again, grading student work, whether that be essays or other assignments, you can train a custom chatbot to grade a particular assignment, especially if that assignment falls outside of your normal rubrics or frameworks for grading. You can create a custom chatbot to provide students with a discussion partner, right? You can create a custom chatbot to be let's say a famous person. This is an example I heard while I was at the conference. You can create a custom chatbot that responds to student prompts and student input as if the chatbot is a particular famous character. And again, you could feed that chatbot in its design with some data about the famous person, some of the famous person's writings or speeches, and then it can use that and use the patterns of that famous person to respond to the student. So again, you can create custom chatbots for anything that you want as it relates to student-facing chatbots. It can be very, very helpful. You can create a chatbot that students use to convert text to audio files or audio files to text. So again, many different use cases. Again, just look at the AI use cases we mentioned before. In any of those use cases that would be student-facing, you can create a custom chatbot for that. And again, the benefit is that students don't have to go in and give AI all of this context to then get the output that you want the students to receive. Instead, you can give the AI all of those instructions up front, and then students can just interact with that AI, and you already know that it's going to produce the content you want, and particularly the content in the structure that you want as well. The next one is teacher-facing custom chatbots. So if there are particular tasks that you use chatbots to do, and you find that you have to give more prompting to generic chatbots to get the output that you're looking for, you may want to just invest the time into creating a custom chatbot. Again, not a long process, not a very difficult process. You simply, again, give those surrounding instructions, and then the chatbot can respond accordingly with a good sense of what output you're looking for and how you want that output to be structured. So if you make rubrics in a particular way, you can create a custom chatbot that creates rubrics in that particular structure or fashion. And yeah, so these can be really helpful, time saving, especially when you start figuring out how you want AI to structure certain responses or what you want it to produce. If you recognize that you want it to produce a certain thing regularly, then you might want to invest in the time into creating a custom chatbot. Again, it does not take a lot of time, and you just use those prompt engineering frameworks that we've discussed before to make sure that its outputs are what you're looking for. Okay, the last AI advanced application that I want to bring up is AI agents. So AI agents are not quite chatbots, but they are a little bit more independent. AI agents can do specific tasks. They can manage workflows. They can do things like preparing weekly reports. You can even use AI agents to log attendance, but we're going to talk about some of the nuances in that. So AI agents work really well if they can be integrated with your learning management software. So AI agents, some of these have to be paid for, and they can be expensive. So it's more like a district level or school level investment. They can be helpful, right? If you can integrate an AI agent with a learning management software, then you can have it automatically grade student assignments instead of you going through student submissions to that system. So again, that's one helpful one. I mentioned logging attendance. You can create an AI agent, or you can utilize an AI agent that maybe you say the students' names as they come into the classroom, and the AI hears the name, and within the system, the attendance logging system, it can mark that student as absent or present. Now, creating AI agents is more work than creating custom chatbots, but it can be very beneficial, and it can really save time. I think AI agents custom chatbots also can save time really effectively. AI agents, though, because of their integration or the potential to integrate it with systems that store student data, it can really save time because you don't have to go through, find the student data, compile it. You don't have to do all of that. The AI agent can do that for you. Now, again, I'm not going to explain how to do all of that. There are videos out there on which AI agents cost money, which ones are free, which ones can be integrated with which learning management systems, what different tasks AI agents can do, how to program and build your own AI agents. All of that information is out there. The one piece of caution that I would share is that AI agents, because of their ability to integrate with an LMS or an attendance software, anything that has student data, there is also that potential that you share student data that should be protected and not shared. Now, that's a potential with using any AI, because if you're just putting information into AI, then you could be sharing, again, confidential student information, and you always need to be aware of that. But I think the chance on making that mistake is even higher with AI agents, because these things automatically go into your system and they pull the data. So you want to make sure that if you design an AI agent, you want to make sure that it's only pulling and only able to access and see student data that is okay to be viewed and shared with AI. If this AI agent even sees or accesses student data that is confidential and private, then there may be some not just concerns, but there might be repercussions, legal repercussions even, for the data that's being shared with the AI. So be careful with that. Again, custom chatbots, AI agents, just sharing the potential of these tools. If you want to see how to use these tools, how to create these tools, there are plenty of videos online about how to do that. Again, custom chatbots, Magic School, really helpful tool for creating custom chatbots, really easy for students to access. Again, if you're a teacher making teacher-facing custom chatbots, ChatGPT is great. I don't think it's as easy for students to access the ones you make on ChatGPT, but any custom GPTs you make, custom chatbots you make on ChatGPT are still easy for you to access yourself as a teacher through a paid account. So I do believe you need a paid account with ChatGPT to make your custom GPTs. I don't know if that's the case with Magic School. All right, thanks for joining me for this video. Again, advanced AI applications. The next video, we're going to talk about some of my personal topics that I want to explore as it relates to using AI in my teaching practice. All right, catch you in the next recording.